Hey guys, today I'm going to show you how to trim your own hair at home so that you can get a nice refresh. This is a great option if you're trying to grow out your hair and you just need to clean up the stragglies on the ends. So you can see here, this is a grown out bob from a previous video. So we're just going to do a blunt cut. The first thing you're going to need is a flat iron, a comb, and then you're going to get some duckbill clips, a cape, preferably a vacuum as well, and you're going to get some really sharp scissors. The ones I have are from Migoto Shears. You can check it out on Instagram at Migoto Shears. The first thing you're going to do when it comes to cutting, you're going to section off the nape of the neck and you're going to grab the fine tooth part of your comb and grab your hair and start flat ironing just like I'm doing right here. Now, because my hair is fine and thin, I am using the heat at 300 degrees Fahrenheit, no more than 330 if you also have fine and thin hair. If your hair is very unruly and very frizzy, then you can go up to 400. I really caution and warn against using anything over 400 degrees because it can really damage your hair. So I'm using the fine tooth part of my comb. That's the best part because it kind of really grabs the hair really well, and you want to take sections that are as big as your flat iron. So I'm using a 1-inch flat iron here, and you want to take sections that are also 1 inch. So it has to correspond, the section of the hair has to correspond with the size of the tool that you're using. So that goes for blow drying your hair as well. Any tool that you're using has to correspond to the same sectioning of your hair. I'm flat ironing my hair from the middle part, from the mid shaft to the ends. I'm not really going at the roots because the roots are not very wavy, they're not very curly, they're very healthy, and they're quite on the straight side. So I'm only flat ironing from the middle to the ends, and I'm pressing really hard. So you can see all the stragglies there are really showing when you flat iron your hair. So you want to press at the bottom. You got to press really slow. I'm not fast forwarding here and I'm not slowing down the video. I want this to be in real time so you can see the best way to flat iron your hair and also keep it healthy. If you want to use a heat protectant before you do this, please do so. You can use one from the brand Unite. I like Tresemme if you're going with the drugstore brand. I also really love the Olaplex blow dry mist. So now we're putting on the cape and we are ready to cut. So I'm bringing everything to the front just so I can see how straight the hair is. It's looking really good, and we're gonna be cutting off, I don't know, about like 2 millimeters. So this is the apex, the part of the round of the head that goes from the top of the ear to the top of the head. Where your head rounds is called the apex. So you want to take a straight line coming from the apex to the top of the ear. You're going to take the fine tooth part of your comb and you're going to take your hair straight down like this, just like I'm doing. You're going to tilt your head slightly to the side. You're going to take a look at how much hair needs to be taken off. So because this is a refresh, I'm literally just connecting those lines. You can see those stragglies there. Start cutting, and I like to use no more than just the tip of the scissors. I don't take big chunks because I think it just looks really awkward when you do that. Now you're going to connect that, your guide, you're going to connect that last line to the next section, and then you're going to bring everything forward just like that. Adjust your cape if you have to because it's going to get a little wrinkly, and then continue to connect those lines. If you notice here, I am tilting my head slightly to the side so that I can get all of the little hairs that are sticking out. I'm moving my head a little bit so that I can get a really straight line. We're doing the same thing on the other side. I hope you can follow through. If you have somebody who can help you do this, please grab them because it's so much easier when somebody else can see. I'm doing this with just a mirror in front of me, and I'm super trained in this because I am a hair cutting specialist. And if you notice, we are starting from the front because that is the most important part. I want a really blunt cut, and once I start in the front, then I can connect it to the back. Usually the back tends to be a little bit longer if you've been cutting it yourself. So I'm tilting my head to the side and I'm continuously holding the hair between my index finger and the middle finger, and then cutting off whatever needs to be cut. Don't underestimate how much hair needs to be cut off. So even if it's a tiny little millimeter and you're like, oh, nobody will see this, trust me, everybody will see this. Refining the hair is so important, and that's why I decided to cut my hair dry, because you can literally see every single hair. So notice here I am tilting my head all the way over because I want to get that part. If I don't tilt my head and I cut my hair straight, what ends up happening is you will have a very wonky haircut. Once you tilt your head, you can see all of the hairs that are kind of popping up from underneath. This is a tricky area because it's right behind your ear and to the back. If you don't tilt your head, you could end up with like a wonky haircut that kind of looks like a U or a V, and all of those little hairs that I'm cutting right now would be very visible when you go to straighten your head. So it's important to tilt it, cut, tilt again, and just keep moving your head around so that you can get all of those little pieces. I hope I'm making sense. This is a very technical cut. Blunt cuts are the hardest to do, even for me as a hair cutting specialist. You have to be extremely detailed. So see how the hair moves as your head moves. You want your hair, when it's blunt, to look clean, no matter how you are moving your hair. So in the back, it's looking really good. I was actually really surprised about this. It's actually really seamless and it has blended very well. So that is amazing. Now I'm gonna double check it again. I'm bringing the hair forward and I'm tilting it to the side. There is a tiny little bit that needs to be taken care of. So you wanna cut it without using your fingers. Remove your fingers and tilt your head all the way over and just cut off whatever hair could be sticking out there. There it is. And now do the same thing on the other side. Bring the hair forward as much as you can. Be patient with this. Take your time, put on some music. See, if you tilt your head over like that all the way, using the thumbs only if you can do this, start just slightly cutting off whatever is sticking out. Do whatever position works for you. For me, I had to experiment a little bit. It's the first time cutting my hair blunt, so it was like a little bit of an experimentation, but as long as you do the right thing, you'll be fine. Now we're checking. I'm bringing all the hair forward from the back of the ear and right in the front, and it all looks like it is nice and seamless and it's blunt. It's even, it's blended. I don't have a little rat tail in the back. There's no kind of weird hair sticking out. Now check it against your skin. You can see some of the hair sticking out against your skin because sometimes you can't really see that when you're using a cape. Take off whatever little hairs need to be taken care of with just the tip of your scissors. You don't have to take big chunks with the scissors. Do the same thing on the other side, tilt it over. You'll be able to see a lot better. So you'll notice that a lot of professionals do this. After we take the cape off, we're always cutting the hair. Double check, bring all the hair forward, double check it. It looks super even. You'll be able to feel it in your fingers if the hair is not even. So you just keep pulling it, especially the area behind the ears can get a little bit wonky. Now putting my earrings back on, shaking it, and you know what? I love it. This is basically the entire haircut. It looks even on both sides. Remember, always start in the front and let me know in the comments if you are gonna go ahead and do this and if it works for you, and if you are gonna do it for somebody else too. If you do pull your hair back and it's still even, then you know you got yourself a great haircut. Thank you guys so much for watching. Make sure you subscribe if you wanna watch more videos like this, and follow me on Instagram at Lena Does Hair. I will see you in the next video. Bye-bye.